This midday, we are following through with two major announcements that could bring relief to the South Bay sewage crisis. First, San Diego's congressional delegation announced that they've secured an additional $250 million to address pollution in the Tijuana River. This is the last piece of funding needed to cover the $610 million in repairs and expansions at the wastewater treatment plant. Second, yesterday, Governor Gavin Newsom announced a pilot project to use floating trash booms to catch garbage flowing in from Mexico. That debris can clog the Tijuana River channel and pollute the area. Those trash booms are basically giant nets. The governor has proposed $4.7 million to keep those nets in place for the next two storm systems. Now, San Diego has seen this strategy and how it works already. Last month, ABC 10 News profiled Wild Coast and the giant nets that they use to catch trash and debris before it gets out to the ocean. The executive director says they are funded, though, mostly through philanthropic donations.
You don't have to spend hundreds of millions of dollars to fix a problem, that you can do things really quickly and not take 5 years to stop that flow of sewage or, in this case, trash.
Now, Stadina says that his group recycles about 90% of what they catch, and that helps keep the plastic and trash out of landfills. Meantime, local leaders are taking the fight over the South Bay sewage problem to our nation's capital. Imperial Beach Mayor Paloma Aguirre, along with some San Diego doctors and researchers, are meeting with different committees and members of Congress this week. It's their latest effort to make more people at the federal level aware of what is happening here along our border. The group will share toxin levels from the water and the air. They'll also share the health concerns and some of the symptoms that people are dealing with every day. Aguirre says this may be the last chance she has to convince the Biden administration that they need to declare a state of emergency before Biden leaves office.
That's the last-ditch effort. That does not mean that we're not going to pursue and continue to fight. And now, even perhaps with the new lens of optimism, because we have an alignment on the executive and the legislative, that more could be done.
The mayor and the task force will be in D.C. through tomorrow. Meanwhile, later today, lawyers representing some of the families impacted by the sewage crisis are expected to give an update on their lawsuit against the company that runs the South Bay International Wastewater Treatment Plant. They filed that complaint last month. It alleges that the company, Veolia, violated the Federal Clean Water Act by failing to prevent hundreds of sewage discharges over the years. In a statement responding to the lawsuit, Veolia called the accusations baseless, and that statement went on to say that, quote, uncontrolled flows of sewage and debris from Tijuana and a critical lack of government funding and resources on both sides of the border to repair equipment and build additional capacity is to blame. So lots of action happening today about that sewage crisis. Be sure to stay with ABC 10 News as we follow through on every development from every angle until this problem is solved.